Hey everybody, welcome to my workshop. So today is Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day. You know, my last project, well, it really just wasn't a project. It was actually the workbench. I'm in the middle of my tiny workshop remodel series, so there's really not a whole lot to talk about. Things are going very good with that. I'm really excited, really pleased how things are turning out. At the moment, I'm actually editing the third installment of the series. So you'll be able to watch that very soon. But this update is really going to be all about my kitchen cabinets. If you've watched the distressing wood technique video that I did a while ago, I've had a lot of questions from that video in the comments asking how did the kitchen cabinet doors turn out? Well, I want to go and show you how they turned out. Okay, so they didn't turn out to be kitchen cabinet doors at all. They turned into being my laundry room doors. And it was really because it took me a long time to do these, and this amount here doesn't even come close to the amount we have in our kitchen, so it would have taken me much longer. So I designed these by making all the slats individually and using a spline joint in the middle. So with doing a distress technique, you get this really nice groove in here. You can see it here as well, and gives it a really old look. The only problem was, since I used thin board, and this obviously didn't get treated, I had to trim these down to fit. I used 1/2 inch. I had to put some braces in the back. They never really got taken care of because nobody sees it. It's in this area nobody sees, and this side of the board is just stained. There's nothing fancy going on there, but everything turned out great. My wife picked these handles out at Hobby Lobby. I'll see if I can find a link if you're really liking these. If you want to get some, I'll see about trying to get a link in the description for you. But things turned out pretty well. I'm really excited, and if we ever do this again, I would actually give you some tips. So we'll go back down to the workshop and I'll give you a couple tips. Well, I learned a few things from doing those cabinets. For instance, by the fact that they were 1/2 inch thick and just using a spline joint, there was a lot of give in it. So I was afraid that if you slam the door shut, it's just going to snap and break on you. It probably wouldn't break the glue, it'd probably break the wood, but I didn't want to run that risk, so I put the back part in. In retrospect, I think I would have done something different with the joints, or maybe even inset the back brace into the wood so it wouldn't stick out like it did. But a quick tip that I kind of learned from doing this was, when I started this project, I cut every board to the length I wanted, and then I distressed every board individually. That took so much time. I think what would be so much easier, if you're going to do something similar to this, if you're going to do a big table, if you're going to do even kitchen cabinets, take your lumber and leave it in one long piece, and then distress that whole entire section. And then once you've done your distressing, then cut it up in the sections you want, and then just finish the ends off. That way you don't have to sit there do individual boards so many times. And what really comes in handy if you do that, say if you're going to make drawer fronts and you're going to do like 5 in a row horizontally, if you did this technique I'm telling you by keeping the board together and you keep them in sequence, it'll kind of have a nice pattern with the wood grain or your distressing grain. So it would look like one solid piece, although they're all separate drawer cabinet fronts. So, you know, that's a tip that I learned from doing that. I think if we do this in our kitchen, that's the way I'm going to do it, and it would actually go much quicker and smoother. But anyways, as far as the workshop videos, the updates, that's about it. I just wanted to give you that update on the kitchen cabinets. I've had that question so many times. So once again, I've already said, be looking for that video Friday. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. I do a lot of woodworking stuff, I do a lot of tool reviews, and I do some vlogging like you're watching right now. I really enjoy doing these things, so if you enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit that little bell icon so you get notified of every new video that I put out. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.